Today we're going to be installing a new exhaust part. It's not a full system, it's more of like an exhaust tip. Because currently right now in the 2020s, there aren't any exhaust systems out. Now, they're supposed to be coming, there were supposed to be some last month and they never got released. So I found some new parts that I'm going to install myself that will work and make it look a little better. Performance is going to be the same, but it's just going to change the looks. First things first, we're just going to get this thing washed real quick. Like that?
Yeah, a little sync clap.
So now guys, we're going to be ready to install these parts. It's really only going to be the back end of the exhaust here. So if you come over here, and you see at the bottom here, there's this, I call it the horn, but this is the tip for a stock exhaust. Now, we're going to be probably cutting it right back here where this tip ends, right on the straight shot before it starts to angle out. Try and get some lighting here. We're going to be cutting it right here, right where the straight part ends before it angles out, because the tip we have already has a 90 on it. And then, you know, you'll see these vents here, which is on the new exhaust as well. And I want to go over those right now too. So this is the new tip. It's a FLOPRO ST11070B. I'll post the link in the description there, but it's a 90-degree tip, and this will be replacing right at the straight shot, which I'll post when we get this on here. These vents right here are actually necessary. So because this truck has regens, exhaust temperatures can get really hot either standing still or while driving. So this is meant to pull, it doesn't really suck the air in, but it allows air to pass through that's outside temperature to cool the exhaust temperatures before it exits the exhaust. The purpose of that is to eliminate from burning anything, whether it's on your truck, paint-wise, or anything that could be sitting next to your vehicle. Like if I'm parked next to a vehicle here, we don't want to burn the car next to us, get an insurance claim. So that's the reason why these vents are there, and they are necessary. So make sure when you're looking for parts and you want to do something similar to this, it's got to have these vents on. It took me a while to find this part and find somebody that had it in stock. I went through Car ID to get this one, and they got it to me in about 2 weeks. So this is a 4-inch inlet, 5-inch outlet. Now this is actually made for the previous model trucks. I saw somebody else post this and it looked a little short, as in it stopped short behind the tire, and I did not want it to sit underneath my paint here. So I ended up buying a 5 to 6 inch tip from MBRP. That way I can get it out a little bit farther if I need to. So you can see these are both bolt-on. This shouldn't take more than like 10 to 15 minutes to install. So basically I got a Sawzall here. I'm just going to cut that off right at the straight point, bolt this one on, bolt this one on, and we should have a pretty brand new looking exhaust, but it's all going to be factory, so it doesn't void your warranty or anything like that. So let's get after it. Let's get after it. All right, so here's the vents right here. This is right where it starts to straighten out right here. It starts to angle right before these vents. I have plenty of room for the 90, so I can slide it farther up here if I need to. But you know, I don't want to cut too much off. So I'm going to start here. If I need to cut back here, I will, but we're going to start closest to the angle as we can, and we'll see what happens. Nice clean cut, fairly straight. And now I'm just going to bolt these next 2 pieces on. Should be done. Like I said, probably not going to take us longer than 10 minutes. All right, so we just got this tip back on. Now, if I were to stick it where it should be now with what I cut, it'd probably sit about there. That way I'm not covering these vents because I'm just starting to hit the exhaust. So now if you come back and take a look at it, I'm gonna move this light. It actually doesn't look bad. Kind of looks like a factory exhaust. Like I said, I don't like that this lands so short. I'd rather just have it just barely stick out, even though, you know, I still want it to look clean, but I don't want to risk burning anything here. So I actually like how it looks, but I also want to get it closer here. So I'm going to take a little bit more off the exhaust and get this tucked back a little bit. And then I'm going to put finish it and bolt it up together. Okay, so we just cut this back just a little bit. I wanted to get this edge to this hanger. It's kind of my goal. Sorry, I'm trying to put this on. Pretty dang good, and my vents aren't covered. So that's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. Now, if you come back here and look, even this looks better. The gap here from exhaust to mud flap looks right. You can, you know, you have plenty of room to turn this any way you want. If you want to face it down a little bit or right up to here. Like I said, I don't want to, something like that would probably be good. Just enough clearance to not fuck with the paint at all. I'm going to come back here and take a look. Looks pretty dang good from back here too. Looks literally like this thing has, you know, an aftermarket 5-inch exhaust or 4-inch exhaust. Now, the trick is that I got this tip. Already kind of test fit it, and inside it's got these rolled edges right in here. And in return, which you could totally leave this like this, like if this is what you want to look and you don't like the look of an exhaust tip, boom, you're done. Me, I want to put this thing on, and in order to do so, when I get this thing on here, it stops right here because internally, the exhaust is hitting that inner ring. Now, if you look at it, it looks like, you know, I might want to be on part of Need for Speed Truck Outlaws 2025, but I'm not a big fan of this. You know, if you want your exhaust to hang out and do this weird shit, then that's for you. Me, I don't like that. That doesn't look clean. That looks like a high school kid put his exhaust together. So I'm going to cut this back a couple inches because I want this end tip to sit right here, right on the edge of this. So because I can't cut any more of that because I already ran into the hanger on the inside, the only place I can make up the room is here. So I'm going to guesstimate here that I'm going to have to cut off that much to get this back there. So I'm going to get some tape because I don't want to scratch this. It's actually polished like this is. And make my line and hopefully cut somewhere on it so I don't scratch the piss out of it. And then I'm going to put this back on. So here we go. All right, so we got both of our parts done. This one's all cut, ready to go. Get this stuck on. All right. Now for the test shot. Now that is just about perfect. That's like exactly what I want. Now this is double walled here, so it's gonna help hold the heat in. You can see how thick this is. And It's almost exactly what I want. Here, let's take a look from behind here. See, to me, that's clean. That's exactly what I want it to look like from back here. Super clean. Looks like a brand new exhaust coming out the back. Of course, everything's factory. You know, this thing isn't deleted. But right here, it looks awesome. Perfect gap. Looks clean. Because before it was too short. And I wanted it just to come past this lip here on the bumper. That way all the heat's coming out this way and it's not coming to the paint. So it's exactly what I was looking for. And it looks awesome. I mean, this is perfect. I mean, trust me, in the future, there's going to be something different on this truck. But for right now, for warranty's sake, this is exactly what I want it to look like. And it was cheap. It was like, I think I paid a total of like 170 bucks, 180 bucks or something for this. So you're not spending $600 or $700 on exhaust. And, you know, of course, those DPF back exhausts claim better EGTs. I'm not going to preach one or the other. So, you know, a DPF is only going to change about 2 more feet of this exhaust. So if you're looking for a cheap alternative for these new 2020s, now this also works on the previous model, 2017 to 2019. This tip is actually for a 2017 to 2019. So this is I wouldn't say a custom made exhaust, but it is something that works for our trucks and works very well. So hope you guys like the video. Now I'm gonna go to a couple shots of this thing outside cleaned up. All right, guys, everything's installed. Everything looks awesome. I just want to double check and make sure everybody realizes this is not going to change the sound at all. It's going to be stock, still stock exhaust. Doesn't change the sound. Everything's done. It's installed. Hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more like this. I'm going to install pretty much every part I can think of on this thing that comes out. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.